Hello, dear friends. Welcome to this program, Our Moments with God, our moments with the Word of God, our moments with the love, mercy, and compassion of God, our moments also with the holy ones of God, the saints of God, who have shown us the way that despite being human beings like you and me, it was possible to follow God more closely. Maybe we have missed some opportunities to follow God more closely, but if we become aware, even now at this stage, as I have become more aware, that we need to be deeply involved in our spiritual life, we can still make a start. And that is one of the attempts that I make through these videos. And I also invite you to be co-missionaries with me by simply sharing the videos with others, that some people may get inspired and come back to follow their spiritual path. Thank you very much. Today again, the church celebrates the feast of one Saint Januarius. Saint Januarius was an Italian man, and there is not much known about him and his life, except that he was a martyr. And how he was martyred is also again a bit different stories are there about him. The main thing is that the king did not agree with him, and he condemned him to death, first by letting him burn. But like in the book of Daniel, we find that he was put to fire, but fire did not touch him. So the king thought that maybe it is a kind of a magic. So then he was put among the wild animals, hungry animals. The animals also did not touch him. So then the king was more confused. Finally, he had him beheaded, first by amputating his arms and his other body parts, and then finally cut off his head. And his followers brought the body to Naples and put it in a church. But there's one interesting miracle that is associated with St. Januarius, that every year, at least 10 to 12 times in the year, his blood, which is kept in a glass phial, and when it is brought in front of his head, that blood liquefaction takes place. That means that blood gets liquefied. And there are, of course, various controversies about it. There are scientific controversies. The scientists have tried to understand what it is, and some people have tried to explain some other ways. So there are various theories, but most people believe that this is a miracle that takes place on his feast day, that is today, 19th of September, then again on 16th of December, and then on the first Saturday of month of May, and then it follows for 8 days, so it is said. So about 12 times in a year it liquefies and then goes back to its solidified form. Certainly it's a miracle, but as I said, there are different people who say different things about it. Just like St. Paul today in the first reading is trying to warn people about false teachings that would come up. So he says, follow the teachings of Jesus Christ, but also those people who think that who are diverting from the original teachings. Like I see a lot of new churches are being formed every now and then. I have mentioned this earlier as well in my programs, and they claim that they have found something true and the Catholic Church is false and this church is false and they are teaching wrong teaching. Sometimes I get also comments on my channel, especially by Protestants, when I speak about Mother Mary. They say, don't make false teachings about Mother Mary, etc. So they make their own teachings and they claim that this teaching is false. So St. Paul is quite clearly warning that such people are conceited. They do not know the truth, but they think they know the truth and they proclaim the others to be false. So St. Paul is very clearly warning people about such false teachings. And in the gospel we find that Jesus goes from village to village to preach the good news. Now, fortunately, we have this modern means that technology is offering us, like this YouTube channel, or there are Instagram and things like that. And for me, it is not possible to go from village to village, though in theory it is. But I have this way of reaching out to more people through the videos, by proclaiming the Word of God. And I hope that I am in some way trying to follow the path of Jesus. And the Gospel says that as Jesus went from village to village, his disciples accompanied him, and among them were also some women. And the names of some women are mentioned. Mary Magdalene is mentioned, then Susanna is mentioned, and some others are mentioned as well. And you too can be missionaries for Jesus by taking this Word of God to more people, by sharing the videos and asking your friends to subscribe to it. Thank you very much.